Let your belly soften. And take a long inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top. Long exhale through the nose. Keep breathing like that. And just give yourself a moment to arrive on your mat. Turning your gaze inward. Let's set an intention for practice today. It can be anything from taking care of yourself to dedicating your practice to someone who needs it. And just sit with that intention for a moment. Long, slow breaths. And begin to create a little bit of a restriction or a constriction in the back of the throat so that your breathing almost sounds like the gentle sound of the ocean. This is called Ujjayi breath. It has a calming effect on the nervous system. It's a simple breathing exercise you can do anytime through the day. Great, and then wherever you are in your breathing, let's go ahead and exhale everything out. Inhale nice and deep. Hold it at the top. Bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, start to breathe normally. And let's turn to the side and come to hands and knees in table. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Inhale, drop the belly. Gaze looks up. Shoulders roll down the back. Relax your belly. Exhale, press the floor away from yourself, around your spine. Gaze looks down and back between your knees. Inhale, round. Gaze looks up, belly drops. Nice opening through the front of the throat. Shoulders roll down the back. Exhale, round the spine. Press the floor away from you. Open your heart in the back. Inhale, one more. Drop the belly. Bend the elbows a little bit. Open the front of the throat. Exhale, round the spine. Press the floor away. Then come to neutral and press the left hand into the mat as you lift the left knee up and back. Hips are square to the floor. Inhale, lift the right arm forward like you're shaking someone's hand and draw the belly up into the spine. Exhale, round the spine, bring the knee to elbow. Nice and slow here. Inhale, reach up. Flex the toes back towards your face. Belly comes up into the spine. Exhale, knee to elbow, nice and slow. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bend the knee, press the foot up towards the ceiling. You can let the belly drop here. And then slowly reach the right hand around and see if you can grab for that left ankle. Just open the heart forward towards the right front corner of your mat. Flex the foot. And come back down to tabletop slowly, don't slingshot out of it. Inhale, drop the belly. Gaze looks up. Exhale, press the floor away. Inhale the right foot up, straight back from the hip. And reach the left hand forward. Belly draws in and up. And exhale, knee to elbow, elbow to knee. Pause for a moment. Bring the right heel up towards the right glute. Inhale, expand outwards. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale one more time. Flex the foot back towards the face. Exhale, press the floor away from you as you bring your elbow to your knee, knee to elbow, nice and slow. Inhale, come back, standing out. Press the right heel up towards the ceiling. Let the belly drop. And then reach the left hand around and grab for the ankle. If you can't quite grab it, that's okay. Inhale, the heart open towards the left corner of the mat. Gaze looks up. Open through the front of the throat. And very slowly come out of it in a controlled way. Hands and knees back down to tabletop. And then shift your weight over to your right hand, your left hand and your left knee. Extend the right leg out directly behind the left toes. As you come, reach your heart open. I like to imagine my right hand is drawing the string of a bow as I reach my right hand up towards the ceiling. Press the outer edge of the right foot into the floor and reach actively with your right hand up towards the ceiling. Gaze looks up, long through the back of the neck. Draw the belly in. Tailbone tucks under. And then extend your right arm over your head by your ear. So create a long line from the right heel all the way through the fingertips overhead. Gaze looks up under your right arm. Left hand grips into the floor for balance. Inhale your right arm back up. And then see if you can float the right foot up off the floor. Toes point forward. And exhale, slowly come back down to tabletop in a controlled way. Inhale, extend the left foot out. Open the hips to the left. And let your left foot find the floor as you slowly draw the left hand up, straight up overhead. Press the outer knife edge of the left foot into the mat or the floor behind you. Get long through the spine. Actively reach up through the arms, pressing the mat away from you. Deep inhale here. Exhale, left arm floats up overhead. See if you can find a little bit of an arc in the left ribs. Breathe deeply into the ribs. And exhale, bring the left arm back up overhead. And see if you can lift that left leg up, directly out from the hip. Hips and heart are open to the left side. And then slowly come back to tabletop. Press the hands into the mat. As you tuck your toes, but sit your hips back for downward facing puppy. You might walk your hands forward just a little bit. Sit the hips back, forehead towards the mat, but not all the way down. One long line from the tips of your fingers through the tailbone. Press the mat away from you. Drop the elbows to the mat. Palms press down. Elbows should be about shoulder width apart. Rock your weight forward. And then press your hips up and back like a down dog. For Dolphin Pose. It's okay if the heels don't come all the way down to the floor. But just take a moment to kind of pedal out the legs here. And then starting with the right hand, press your hand up, lift your elbow up off the floor, then your left, and press your hips up and back for down dog. First down dog of the day. This is a great rest pose if you want to stay active but slow things down a little bit through practice. Root down through the big toe. Heels disappear behind your ankles. Soft bend in the knees. Press your hips up and back. Belly draws in. Shoulders roll down the back. Ears between your forearms. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward to meet the right thumb. Directly under the right knee. Walk the left toes back a little bit to widen your stance. And then drop the left knee down. Untuck the toes, top of the foot to the floor. Inhale, arms reach up. Palms kiss at the top. And come back for a little bit of a heart opener. Just a slight back bend. Exhale the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Open the heart to the left as you reach your left arm up. Gaze looks up to the left thumb. Exhale your left hand down to the mat. Both hands are on the inside of your right foot. And then heel toe the right foot over just a couple of inches. And option to stay here. That might be enough of a hip opener for you, or you can just kind of roll that right hip open. Right knee falls out to the right side. You can come to the knife edge of the right foot. Nice and long through the spine. Heart opens forward. Option to come down to your forearms. You can use your right hand to press your right knee away from you if you'd like. If you want a little bit more of a heart opener, option to bend the left knee and reach the right hand around. You're taking the bind, come out of it slowly. Come back up to your hands. Bring the knee in towards the right shoulder. Untuck the left toes and come up to a low lunge. Frame the right foot with both hands. So bring the right foot back to the center. Come up to fingertips and then inhale, come up to crescent pose. Arms actively reach up overhead. Palms are facing each other, pinkies pointing forward. Put a soft bend in the left knee and tuck the tailbone under. Belly draws in, shoulders roll down the back. Inhale, gaze looks up. Exhale, hands come down. Step the toes back, press back to down dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or jump to the front of your mat. Big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins or to the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down through your feet and rise up. Arms stretch overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Tailbone tucks under, belly draws in. Inhale, reach through your fingertips all the way up and overhead. Hands kiss at the top. Heart opens forward. Lean back a little bit. And exhale, float down. Press your hands into the mat. And step the right foot back. Drop the right knee. And walk the right toes back a little bit, just so that you get a good stretch through that front hip crease. Left heel is directly under the left knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left hand comes to the inside of the left knee. Right arm stretches up. Gaze looks up to the right thumb. Bring the right hand to the mat, inside of the left foot. And then walk the left foot over to the side. Just a couple of inches. Just like on the other side, option to stay here. Or open the left knee out to the side, rolling onto the outer edge of the foot. If that's enough for you, stay here. And then same variations on this side. So option to come down to forearms. If you take that option, you can also stack your hands, stack fists, and drop your forehead. Nice long, slow breaths here. See if you can find that ujjayi breath, the constriction in the back of the throat. And of course, same option to take a bind on this side. If you want to bend the right knee, reach the left arm around. A little bit of a heart opener. You take the bind, don't slingshot out of it. Come out nice and slowly. Pause here. Draw the left knee back into the center line. Frame the left foot, bringing it back to the middle, so hands on either side. Tuck the toes. Come up to fingertips. And inhale, reach your arms up overhead for a high lunge crescent pose. Slight bend in the right knee, tailbone draws down, gaze looks up. And exhale, bring your hands back to the floor. Step the right foot up to meet the left. And sit the hips back for chair pose. So you should be able to see your toes here, knees draw back over the ankles. Tailbone tucks under slightly. Inhale your arms up to meet your ears. Bring your hands to prayer pose. And exhale, twist the left elbow to meet the right knee. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, open the heart to the right. And then draw that right hip back into the midline if it's sticking out to one side. Option to open your heart to the right. Take a bind, wrapping the right arm around to meet the left hip, or just stay here. Inhale, dip forward. Exhale, side out. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms reach up. Exhale, palms kiss at the top, sit back into your chair. And twist the right elbow to meet the left knee. Open the heart to the left. Draw the left hip into the midline. It's sticking out to the side. And breathing here, option to open the arms. Gaze looks up. Take the bind, go all the way around to the right hip if you'd like. Inhale here. And exhale, swan dive forward. Press the hands into the mat. Step or jump back to high plank. Bring the shoulders just a little past the the shoulders past the fingertips. Draw the elbows back as you exhale, chaturanga, all the way down to the mat. Forehead to the mat. Bring your hands back by your low ribs. Inhale, peel yourself up. Baby cobra. Press the shoulder blades together. And see if you can lift your hands off the mat just a fraction of an inch. Exhale, peel back down. Inhale, roll back up. Come up a little bit higher this time. You press the mat away from you. Come up into full cobra. Press the tops of the feet into the mat so much that your knees lift off the floor. Gaze looks up or forward. And exhale, roll down. Inhale one more time. Peel yourself up. Maybe this time your whole body comes up off the mat for up dog. Flip your toes. Exhale, press back to down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up to mountain. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, float down. Press your hands into the mat. Step or jump to the back. High plank. And exhale all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale your right foot up. Exhale, step it forward to meet your right thumb. Inhale, rise up, crescent pose. Exhale, open it up to the left. Left heel drops down. Come out and open to warrior two. Tailbone tucks under. Right knee is over the right ankle. Inhale, right arm reaches up as your left arm drops back. Gaze looks up and open through the right ribs. Exhale, right elbow to right knee. Left arm reaches up and over for extended side angle. Press through the outer edge of that left back foot and reach actively the left arm up. Get a nice long line through the arm and the leg. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Straighten the right knee. Flip the right palm. Exhale, reach the right hand forward. And then drop it down to either the right thigh. You can come down to fingertips as you actively reach the left arm up to the sky. And we want to see the left hip jutting up a little bit, maybe even forward towards the front of the mat, just slightly. It's more of an energetic twisting and opening of the hip as your chest opens up to the left. Gaze looks up to the left thumb. The pose begins the moment you want to get out of it. Take a couple more breaths here. Inhale, root down to rise back up. Reverse your triangle, reach the left hand towards the left leg. Right palm comes up and overhead. Gaze looks up. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Get out of there. Step your right foot back to meet the left. Come up to high plank. Inhale, bring your feet together. Exhale, drop them over to the left. And inhale, your right hand up, come up to side plank. Option to drop the knee, the first pose that we took. No extra credit for taking the full thing. Then press your right hip up and back. Then option to bring the right hand overhead, reaching actively. And exhale, come back to high plank. Press your hips back to down dog. Drop the elbows down to the mat. Hands stay forward. Press the hips up and back for dolphin again. Gaze looks straight down at the mat. Couple of breaths here. Exhale. Inhale, come back up to down dog. Feet come together. Heels drop over to the right. Come up to side plank on the right. Left arm reaches up for the ceiling. Left hip goes up to the ceiling. Gaze can look down or up to the left thumb. And exhale, left hand comes back down. Press your hips back to down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step it forward to meet the left thumb. Inhale, come up to crescent. Hips are square to the front of the mat. Gaze looks up, shoulders roll down the back. Find a moment of rest in the pose. On your next inhale, drop the right heel down. Open your heart and your hips to the right for warrior two. Gaze looks over the middle finger of your left hand. Slight tuck to the tailbone. And breathe here. Flip the left palm. Reach your arm up overhead as you drop your right hand down to meet your right leg, or option to wrap the right arm around the back. Pause here, gaze looks up. And exhale, bring the left elbow to the left knee. Extend the right arm up overhead as you press the outer edge of the right foot into the mat. Inhale, get longer through the spine. From the right foot all the way to the crown of your head. Gaze looks up under the right arm. And don't sink all of your weight into that left elbow. Stay really active through the legs. Inhale here. Exhale, cartwheel back up to warrior two. Straighten that left leg. Flip the left palm. Reach forward as far as you can. Soft bend in the left knee. As you kind of karate chop down to meet the floor or your shin. Right arm actively reaches up. Gaze can look down or up. And see if you can draw the left hip crease back, right hip crease forward. Just slightly. Inhale gets taller through the right arm. Exhale opens the heart a little further to the right. Inhale, reach back up, come back up. And exhale, right arm to left knee. Reverse triangle. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Frame that left foot. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Shoulders past the fingertips. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the front. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here for a moment. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Soft bend in the knees, tailbone tucks under. Press your thumbs into your heart center. Close your eyes. And return to your intention. Inhale, arms up. Option to keep your eyes closed. Exhale, float down. Press your hands into the mat as you step your feet back. This time, bring the knees down to the mat. Keep your toes tucked. As you sit back, bring your body over your hips. Keeping the toes tucked under, we'll just do a quick broken toe pose. It's as fun as it sounds. So if your baby toe is kind of sticking somewhere, depending on the shape of your toes, I guess, you can try to kind of like press it under so it gets a stretch. And then just walk the knees forward slightly. Just being gentle here. Getting a nice stretch through the underside of the foot. Inhale your arms up. Right fingertips grab the left wrist. And just open gently to the right, opening the left ribs. Gaze can look up at the ceiling. Inhale, come back up to center. Left fingers grab the right wrist. Then gently stretch over to the left. Inhale brings you back up to center. Come back to tabletop. And just take a moment to paddle your feet on the mat. Tops of your feet. Great. And then bring the feet around. Come to a seat. And move the flesh from under your butt if you want to. Inhale. Reach your arms up. Nice and tall. Exhale. Keep that height as you reach your hands forward. You might not reach your feet. That's okay. And then just, once you can't maintain the height anymore, just lay over your legs. So clear around the spine. That's a bit as far as you can go. Close your eyes. Inhale gets longer through the spine, reaching up. Exhale folds you a little bit deeper. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale a little bit deeper. And then actively flex the toes back towards your face. And see if you can create just a little bit of a rotation, like you're pushing that big toe knuckle forward. Almost so much that it rolls the inner thighs down towards the mat. Inhale a little taller, exhale a little deeper. And then inhale, come up to a seat. Bring the left foot to the right inner thigh. Right elbow to the inner right thigh. Resting your forearm on the floor, palm faces up. Open your heart to the left. And then reach your left arm up overhead towards your right toes. Flex those right toes back towards your face. As you press that right elbow into the right inner thigh. Gaze can look up or down. Inhale gets you a little bit longer. Exhale a little bit deeper. Maybe you reach the toes, maybe you don't. And then inhale, reach the left hand behind you. Plant it behind your left glute. And then inhale the right hand up, come up to your knee and your right foot. Reach your right hand overhead, a little back bend. Inhale here. Open your heart a little taller. And exhale, come back to a seat. Extend the left foot forward and bring the right foot to your left thigh. Left elbow to the inside of your left. What is that called? Inner thigh. Forearm presses down into the mat. Palm faces up. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, extend it towards your left toes. Gaze looks up. Actively pressing that left elbow into the left thigh, pressing the left toes back towards your face. Inhale, get a little longer. Exhale, reach a little deeper. Inhale, right hand up and overhead. Bring it back behind the right glute. Left arm extends up and out as you press your hips up and forward. Opening the heart up towards the ceiling. You can let your head hang back if that feels okay for your neck. Inhale, heart opens. Exhale, come back to a seat. And then this time bring the bend to the left leg. Turn your hips to face square to the front of your mat and bring the soles of your feet together. Using your hands to grab your ankles. I'll face you guys so you can see me. Bring the heels as close to your groin as you can. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, round your back as you reach forward and just let your belly get soft here. You can bring your forearms to the floor, your palms and your forearms to the floor for stability if that helps. Or you can also bring your elbows to your knees. You want to press your knees open a little bit wider. Inhale brings you back up. And then move your feet a few inches out. So keeping the same shape. We're going for more of a larger diamond here. And then again, inhale, it makes you taller. Exhale, press the elbows down into the knees and draw your heart forward towards the inside of that diamond or towards the feet, and then fold over. Some yogis like to rest their foreheads inside the soles of their feet. It's a little weird, but it feels a little weirder to say it out loud than you can reach your head towards your feet. And inhale, come back up. Go ahead and straighten the feet back out. Roll down to your back. Bring the feet just a couple of inches from your hips. You should be able to brush your heels with your fingertips. Press your arms by your sides, palms facing down into the mat. Press down so much that your belly raises up, your hips lift up, and then roll your shoulders a little bit farther under you. Clasp the hands behind you onto the floor, pressing the shoulders and your feet away from the floor so that your heart lifts up and out of your spine. Gaze looks up at the ceiling. Please don't move your head in this pose. And press your chin up a little bit too, so that the back of your head is pretty actively rooting you into this pose. Imagine you have a baseball under your chin. So your chin isn't sinking into your chest. Inhale. And exhale, roll down out of it. Draw the knees into the chest. Press the feet up to the ceiling. Press your hands down into the mat. As you roll your feet up overhead, Pressing your hands down into the mat for balance. Draw the belly in towards the spine. Head looks up. Again, don't move your head here. Chin draws away from the chest. Maybe your feet reach the floor, maybe they don't. Breathe in here. And then bring your hands together behind your back. Slowly roll one vertebra at a time. Your hips down to rest on your hands. Bring your feet up, straight up from your hips. And then as you slowly drop your feet down to the mat, once your feet get far enough forward, you'll feel a little bit of a pull of your heart up. Press your feet down to the mat as you raise your heart up, coming up onto your elbows. Head drops back for fish pose. Toes reach down towards the floor. Open up through the front of the throat. Press the elbows down into the floor. And then slowly rock yourself back. Let your head top of your head come to the mat. And then use your shoulders to create a little bit of stability. Just press yourself forward, extending your head down, back of the head down to meet the mat. And then rock your hips one at a time to move your hands. Inhale your knees back up. Press your feet up towards the ceiling with bent knees. And then reach your hands through your arms and grab for the outer edges of your feet. Pressing your knees down towards your armpits, towards the floor. But see if you can keep your sacrum, the back of your pelvis, pressing down into the mat. Collarbones widen. Eyes closed. Rocks gently side to side. Counterposing the back bend. Bring your knees into the center. Extend the right leg out, keeping the left knee in. Grab the left knee with the right hand. Extend the left arm out from the left shoulder into a T. And gently draw the left knee across to the right. For a gentle supine twist. Let the gaze drop over to the left. Left palm faces up. Both shoulders stay firmly planted in the ground. Just become passive here. Breathing into the back ribs as much as your front ribs. And find that Ujjayi breath. Your next inhale brings you back to the center. Right knee comes in to meet the left. Adjust your hips if they've scooted off to one side. And extend the left leg out. Extend the right arm out from the right shoulder. Left hand draws the right knee across your body. Keeping both shoulders planted in the mat. Gaze over to your right palm. And again, just become passive here. Maybe your eyes closed. Deep inhale. Exhale brings you back up to center. Bring the left knee in to meet the right. And holding on to your knees, make little circles. You can be clockwise, counterclockwise. Just kind of circling your knees around to massage the back of your sacrum. And kind of rock over to the right and exaggerate the movement over to the left. Let your arms get straight as you extend your knees out. And then switch directions. Draw the knees into the nose into the knees. Curl yourself into a super tight little ball. Flex every muscle you can think of. Inhale, deep breath. Hold it at the top. Exhale, expand outwards. Feet extend out from your hips and drop off to the sides. Your arms extend out by your sides. You can take up as much space as you want to here. Rock your tailbone under. Eyes closed. Relax your legs. Let the back of your body just get heavy to the back of the mat. Unhinge your jaw. Move your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And let your eyes just float in their sockets. Breathe naturally here. And return to your attention. Slowly start to bring a little life back into your fingers and toes. Take your time here. Inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Stretch your feet, your legs long. Like you're waking up for the first time this morning. And exhale, roll over onto one side. Rest your head under your arm. And just rest for a moment in fetal position. Press your top hand down into the mat and gently roll yourself up into a seat. Keeping your eyes closed, hands to the tops of your knees, or you can bring them to your heart, whatever's comfortable for you. Take a few deep breaths together. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. Inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top. Exhale, side out. Thank you guys for joining me today. It's great to see you. Namaste.
Namaste.